शुरू अल्लाह के नाम से जो बड़ा मेहरबान निहायत रहम वाला है।
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
Chemistry 11th Chapter 1 Topic Avogadro's number. Meanings of difficult words. Avogadro's number. Words meanings. Number of atoms, atoms की तादाद. Let us consider, आए हम गौर करें. Interesting, दिलचस्प. Twice heavier, दो गुना ज़्यादा भारी. Understand, समझना. Following, दर्ज झैल. In order to, के लिए. Contain, मुश्तमिल होना. Same number of atoms, atoms की एक जैसी तादाद. 23 times heavier than, से 23 गुना ज़्यादा भारी. 23 times greater, 23 गुना ज़्यादा बड़ा. Take into consideration, गौर करना. From the above discussion, ऊपर की डिस्कशन से. Reach the conclusion, नतीजे पर पहुंचना. Hence, इसीलिए. Then, तब. Then, से. Denote, जाहिर करना. Following relationships, दर्ज झैल ताल्लुकात. Number of particles, ज़रात की तादाद. Present in them, उनमें मौजूद. Useful, मुफीद. Known mass, मालूम मास. Similarly, इसी तरह. Twice, दो मर्तबा, दो गुना. 4 times, 4 गुना. In terms of their masses, अपनी masses के लिहाज से. Suitable, मौजू. Yield, पैदा करना. Such ions, ऐसे ions. Substance dissolved, हलशुदा substance. Sufficient, काफ़ी. The reason is that, वजह ये है कि. Affect, असर अंदाज होना. Normally, आम तौर पर. Gaseous state, गैस की हालत. Diameter, कुतर. How many, कितने. Topic Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number is the number of atoms, molecules and ions in 1 gram atom of an element, 1 gram molecule of a compound and 1 gram ion of a substance respectively. Avogadro's number एक एलिमेंट के 1 ग्राम एटम, एक कंपाउंड के 1 ग्राम मालिक्यूल और एक सब्सटेंस के 1 ग्राम आयन में बिलतरतीब एटम्स, मालिक्यूल्स एंड आयन्स की तादाद होती है. To understand Avogadro's number, let us consider the following quantities of substances. Avogadro's number को समझने के लिए आए हम substances की दर्ज झैल मिक़दारों पर गौर करते हैं. 1.008 gram of hydrogen is equal to 1 mole of hydrogen is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 atoms of hydrogen. 23 gram of sodium is equal to 1 mole of sodium is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 atoms of sodium. 238 gram of uranium is equal to 1 mole of uranium is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 atoms of uranium. This number 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is the number of atoms in 1 mole of the element. ये तादाद 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 एक एलिमेंट के 1 मोल में एटम्स की तादाद होती है. It is interesting to know that different masses of elements have the same number of atoms. ये जानना बहुत दिलचस्प है कि एलिमेंट्स की मुख्तलिफ मासेस की सेम नंबर ऑफ एटम्स होती है. An atom of sodium is 23 times heavier than an atom of hydrogen. सोडियम का एक एटम हाइड्रोजन के एक एटम से 23 गुना ज़्यादा भारी होता है. In order to have equal number of atoms, sodium should be taken 23 times greater in mass than hydrogen. एटम्स की बराबर तादाद लेने के लिए सोडियम हाइड्रोजन से मास में 23 गुना ज़्यादा ली जानी चाहिए. मैग्नीशियम एटम is twice heavier than carbon. 10 gram of magnesium and 5 gram of carbon contain the same number of atoms. मैग्नीशियम एटम कार्बन से 2 गुना ज़्यादा भारी होता है, यानी 10 ग्राम ऑफ मैग्नीशियम एंड 5 ग्राम ऑफ कार्बन एक जैसी नंबर ऑफ एटम्स पर मुश्तमिल होते हैं. 18 ग्राम ऑफ H2O is equal to 1 mole of water is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules of water. 180 gram of glucose is equal to 1 mole of glucose is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules of glucose. 342 gram of sucrose is equal to 1 mole of sucrose is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules of sucrose. Hence, 1 mole of different compounds has different masses but has the same number of molecules. इसीलिए मुख्तलिफ कंपाउंड्स के एक मोल की डिफरेंट मासेस होती हैं, लेकिन नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स एक जैसी होती हैं. When we take into consideration the ions, then जब हम ions को ज़ेरे गौर लाते हैं, तब from the above discussion we reach the conclusion that the number 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 1 mole of a substance. ऊपर की डिस्कशन से हम इस नतीजे पर पहुंचते हैं कि नंबर 6.02 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 10 टू रेज़ 23 एक सब्सटेंस के एक मोल के बराबर होती है. दिस नंबर इज़ कॉल्ड एवोगैड्रोज नंबर एंड इट इज़ डिनोटेड बाय Na. इस नंबर को एवोगैड्रोज नंबर कहते हैं और इसे Na से ज़ाहिर किया जाता है. फॉलोइंग रिलेशनशिप्स between amounts of substances in terms of their masses and the number of particles present in them are useful. अपनी masses और उनमें मौजूद ज़रात की तादाद के लिहाज से substances की amounts के दरमियान following relationships बहुत मुफीद होते हैं. Number of atoms of an element is equal to mass of the element multiplied by Avogadro's number divided by atomic mass. Number of molecules of a compound is equal to mass of the compound multiplied by Avogadro's number divided by molecular mass. Number of ions of an ionic species is equal to mass of the ion multiplied by Avogadro's number divided by ionic mass. When we have compounds of known mass, we can calculate the number of atoms from their formula. जब हमारे पास मालूम मैस वाले कंपाउंड्स होते हैं, हम उनके फार्मूले से उनकी नंबर ऑफ एटम्स गिन सकते हैं, शुमार कर सकते हैं। In 18 gram of water, there are 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 molecules of H2O. 2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 atoms of hydrogen and 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 atoms of oxygen. पानी के 18 ग्राम्स में H2O के 6.02 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 10 टू रेज 23 मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं। हाइड्रोजन के 2 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 6.02 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 10 टू रेज 23 एटम्स होते हैं और ऑक्सीजन के 6.02 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 10 टू रेज 23 एटम्स होते हैं। Similarly, 98 gram of H2SO4, it has twice the Avogadro's number of hydrogen atoms, 4 times the Avogadro's number of oxygen atoms, and the Avogadro's number of sulfur atoms. इसी तरह 98 ग्राम ऑफ H2SO4 का एवोगैड्रोज नंबर हाइड्रोजन के एटम्स के एवोगैड्रोज नंबर से 2 गुना ज़्यादा होता है। ऑक्सीजन एंड सल्फर एटम्स के एवोगैड्रोज नंबर से 4 गुना ज़्यादा होता है। Some substances ionize in suitable solvents to yield cations and anions. कुछ substances cations and anions पैदा करने के लिए मौजू सॉल्वेंट्स में आयोनाइज होते हैं। The number of such ions, their masses, and number of positive and negative charges can be easily calculated from the known amount of the substance dissolved. हलशुदा सब्सटेंस की मालूम अमाउंट से ऐसे आयंस की तादाद, उनकी मासेस और नंबर ऑफ पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्जेस आसानी से शुमार की जा सकती है। Let us dissolve 98 gram of H2SO4 in sufficient quantity of H2O to get it completely ionized. आए हम पानी की काफ़ी मिकदार में 98 ग्राम ऑफ H2SO4 को हल करें ताकि ये मुकम्मल तौर पर आयोनाइज्ड हो जाए। It has 0.1 moles of H2SO4. इसमें 0.1 moles of H2SO4 होते हैं। It will yield 0.2 mole or 0.2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 H positive and 0.1 moles or 0.1 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 SO4 2 minus etc. ये 0.2 मोल और 0.2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 H positive and 0.1 moles or 0.1 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 SO4 2 minus etc. पैदा करेगा। Total positive charges will be 0.2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 and the total negative charges will be 0.2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 because each SO4 2 minus has 2 negative charges. कुल मुस्बत चार्जेस 0.2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 और कुल मनफी चार्जेस 0.2 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the raise 23 होंगे क्योंकि हर एक SO4 2 माइनस के 2 मनफी चार्जेस होते हैं। The total mass of H positive is 0.2 multiplied by 1.008 gram, and that of SO4 2 minus is 0.1 multiplied by 96 ग्राम. H पॉजिटिव की कुल 0 पॉइंट मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 1.008 ग्राम मास होती है और SO4 2 माइनस की कुल 0 पॉइंट मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 96 ग्राम मास होती है. Example 8. How many molecules of water are there in 10.0 gram of ice? 10.0 ग्राम of ice में कितने पानी के molecules होते हैं? Also calculate the number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen separately, the total number of atoms and the covalent bonds present in the sample. नीज इस सैंपल में हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन के एटम्स की तादाद, अलग-अलग एटम्स और कोवलेंट बॉन्ड्स की कुल तादाद कैलकुलेट करें. सॉल्यूशन. मास ऑफ आइस वाटर इज इक्वल टू 10.0 ग्राम. मोलर मास ऑफ वाटर इज इक्वल टू 18 ग्राम पर मोल. Number of molecules of water is equal to mass of water in gram multiplied by Avogadro's number divided by molar mass of water in gram per mole is equal to 10 divided by 18 gram per mole multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Number of molecules of water is equal to 0.55 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Answer. One molecule of water contain hydrogen atoms is equal to 2. 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules of water contain hydrogen atoms is equal to 2 multiplied by 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. 6.68 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Answer. One molecule of water contains oxygen atom is equal to 1. 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules of water contain oxygen atoms is equal to 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. One molecule of water contains number of covalent bonds is equal to 2. 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules of water contain number of covalent bonds. 2 multiplied by 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. 6.68 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Answer. Total number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen is equal to 6.68 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 plus 3.31 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 9.99 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Answer. Example 9. 10.0 gram of H3PO4 has been dissolved in excess of water to dissociate it completely into ions. Calculate. Number of molecules in 10.0 gram of H3PO4. Number of positive and negative ions in case of complete dissociation in water. Masses of individual ions. number of positive and negative charges dispersed in the solution. Solution: mass of H3PO4 is equal to 10 gram. Molar mass of H3PO4 is equal to 3 plus 31 plus 64 is equal to 98. Number of molecules of H3PO4 is equal to mass of H3PO4 divided by molar mass of H3PO4 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 10 divided by 98 gram multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 0.102 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 0.614 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22. Answer: H3PO4 dissolves in water and ionizes as follows: H3PO4 plus 3H positive ionizes in PO4 3 minus according to the balanced chemical equation. H3PO4 ratio H positive 1:3 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 ratio 3 multiplied by 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 ratio 1.842 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Hence, the number of H positive will be 1.842 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. H3PO4 ratio PO3 minus 1 ratio 1 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 ratio 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22. Hence, the number of PO4 3 minus will be 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22. Answer: in order to calculate the mass of the ions, use the formula: number of H positive is equal to total mass of H positive divided by ionic mass of H multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. 1.842 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to total mass of H positive divided by 1.008 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Total mass of H positive is equal to 1.842 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 multiplied by 1.008 divided by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 0.308 gram. Number of PO4 3 minus is equal to total mass of PO4 3 minus divided by ionic mass of PO4 3 minus multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 molecules. 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 is equal to total mass of PO4 3 minus divided by 95 multiplied by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23. Total mass of PO4 3 minus is equal to 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 multiplied by 95 divided by 6.02 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 is equal to 9.689 gram. Answer. One molecule of H3PO4 gives 3 positive charges in the solution. 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 molecules of H3PO4 will give is equal to 3 multiplied by 6.14 multiplied by 10 to raise 22 is equal to 1.842 multiplied by 10 to raise 23 positive charges. Answer. Numbers of positive and negative charges are always equal. So, the number of negative charges dispersed in the solution is equal to 1.842 multiplied by 10 to raise 23.